Good afternoon. All right, up on the screen, I have an image of the blizzard of 1996. What an amazing storm that was. Unfortunately, I never got to see it. I have my mother on the line. Mom, just real quick, uh, can you tell me where I was during that storm?
You were in Seattle when the storm hit, and we were there together. And of course, they closed the whole of the East Coast down and most of the country because it hit a good part of the country.
What was my mood like in Seattle, knowing I was missing the largest snowstorm in Philadelphia history?
Well, every day you became a little more agitated because we were missing the greatest storm of the century.
What did you ask the flight attendant on the airplane on the way back home?
I told the flight attendant, would it be possible to change seats because I was continually being barraged by agitation from my 18-year-old son.
There you go. Well, I'm just calling you because tomorrow is the 26th anniversary of this blizzard and the largest snowfall in a 24-hour period. So just going to let everybody know it's not going to be that large tomorrow. Definitely not. But I'm going to give you some details right now. All right, Mom, I'll call you later.
Thank you.
All right, bye. Yes, so the blizzard of 1996 is the monster that I did not experience, but many of you did. Tomorrow's going to be very different, very different. Amounts will be much less than that. Just going forward, here's what I'm concerned about tomorrow. Forecast in general is pretty good. It's going to snow. I am certain of that. But one minor detail we are focusing on as meteorologists is it's one of those storms where it's not coming up from the Gulf or the Atlantic Ocean, it's coming from the Tennessee Valley. And what the Appalachians do is they tend to squeeze some of the moisture out, and then you're reliant on the coastal low that you see here. What computer models don't necessarily pick up is that in an area where you have rapidly rising air, you get intense, moderate to heavy snow rates. But if you have rapidly rising air in a very short distance to the north and west, you have sinking air. Therefore, you go from heavy snow to moderate snow to no snow, and then back to light or moderate snow. So up here, this is a computer model forecasting a process called frontogenesis. This is where the heaviest snow would fall early in the morning, 4, 5, 6 in the morning. And you'll notice that here in southeastern Montgomery County, we are on the back edge of that. Now, you don't really know exactly where this is going to set up until the storm is developed east of the Appalachian Mountains, because you can see it on Doppler radar. It's going to be one of those storms where you're radar watching it. Best way to do it, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, you can look at the radar and see where the heaviest snow bands are setting up and where that dry slot is going to be. So what I'm concerned about is most of the area will receive 2 to 4 inches of snow, but somewhere there's going to be higher amounts, and then really close to that area there's going to be lower amounts. So I'll show you what I'm talking about here. Okay, so notice here's Montgomery County, huge rectangular county. We are in that southeast notch. Notice this 1 to 4 range and the narrow banding of 4 to 8, 4 to possibly 8, cuts right through here. Now, what I'm seeing this afternoon is there's a possibility that where we are in southeast Montgomery County, Philadelphia County, those areas in here might be on that dry end where just 10 to 15 miles to the southeast, they're in that heavy banding of snow called frontogenesis, and they have those amounts that are 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 inches. Don't know. I don't feel confident in saying where that's going to set up at this point because it's just the nature of the beast. So yes, widespread snowfall, in most cases 2 to 4 inches, but this factor between who gets maybe 1, 2, or 3 versus 4, 5, or 6, not necessarily sure if that's going to be along the coast of New Jersey, interior New Jersey, or extreme southeast Pennsylvania. So we'll have to watch that time frame. Extremely certain. We're looking at after midnight till about 7 a.m., 8 a.m. at the latest. But most of the heavy snowfall should be between 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And it's going to quickly move to the northeast, which makes another uncertain point, because when you're relying on a storm to give you the moisture from the coast, just a little shift east, a little shift west makes all the difference. So right now, 2 to 4 is by far the best range to go for. Definitely. All right. I hope that gives you some help. This is the best map, I think, at the moment, based on the data we're receiving. 1 to 4 in here, therefore it could be 1 inch, it could be 4 inches in this blue. 4 to 8 could be 4, could be higher, but a slight shift will make all the difference. And right there, as normal, Montgomery County is right on that dividing line, which it normally is. Whenever you're talking about a storm that is switching energy from the interior of the United States versus along the western side of the Atlantic where the Gulf Stream is, you're always going to have that boundary line right around the Delaware River, or what they call the fall line, which is just slightly west of the Delaware River, where you have that elevation change. All right, have a good afternoon. Have a great evening, and be safe tomorrow no matter what happens. All right, take care. Bye-bye.